Moving through the alphabet an animal's way. A to Z by Katherine Anderson Barnes. Aardvark. Did you know aardvarks are also called ant bears and earth hogs and live throughout Africa? Have a body of a pig, ears of a rabbit, sticky tongue of an anteater, and a tail of a kangaroo. Are pale yellowish gray in color and turn reddish brown when stained by soil. Have shorter front legs than back legs and have 4 toes on front feet and 5 toes on back feet. Have feet shaped like spades and spoon-shaped nails, both very useful when digging for food. Are digitigrades, meaning they walk on their toes. Weigh 4.5 pounds at birth. When fully grown, they weigh between 80 to 100 pounds and are 40 to 50 inches long and 20 to 25 inches tall. Have poor vision and rely on sound and smell, using their long ears and snouts to forage for insects. Are nocturnal and insectivores and travel nightly for ants and termites, eating up to 50,000 in one night thanks to their sticky tongue. Are good swimmers and fast runners, running in a zigzag pattern when trying to avoid harm. Activity: walk on your toes like an aardvark. Bunny. Did you know bunnies live around the world with more than 30 different species? Can be found in just about every color, even lilac. Are born with their eyes closed and without any fur. Baby bunnies are called kittens or kits. Have eyes on the sides of their head, allowing them to see almost all the way around themselves. Typically weigh between less than 1 pound to over 10 pounds and average 8 to 20 inches long as adults. Are very social creatures, happy much of the time, and purr when content and relaxed. Build and live in underground burrows. The burrows consist of tunnels and a large room. Have teeth that never stop growing. However, their teeth are slowly worn down as they chew on grasses, wildflowers, and vegetables. Are amazing athletes and are able to jump as high as 35 inches in one leap. Perform an athletic leap known as a blinky when they are happy, twisting and kicking in mid-air. They are famous for bouncing and hopping too. Activity: bounce, hop, and sit like a bunny. Cow. Did you know cows live all over the world except for Antarctica? Are referred to in different ways. A male is a bull, a female is either a cow or heifer, a female who has not given birth, and a baby is a calf. Can have white bodies and black spots, or be all white, black, brown, yellowish, or orange in color. Have an excellent sense of smell, easily smelling something 5 to 6 miles away. Communicate with each other by saying moo and use different tones in their voices when communicating. Are herbivores, meaning they do not eat meat. They enjoy grazing on grasses, plants, grains, hay, and lettuce. Have 32 teeth and use their teeth to eat 40 to 50 pounds of food a day. Drink a lot of water, at least 35 gallons each day. This is enough water to fill a bathtub. chew their cud, regurgitate food, for up to 8 hours a day. They usually do this while comfortably laying down. Are very social and emotional animals and have best friends, but they can also get mad if they feel that they are not being treated nicely. Activity: lay down, stand up, and graze like a cow. Deer. Did you know deer are found nearly all over the world, having more than 60 different species? Antarctica is one of the few exceptions due to its frigid weather. Are referred to as fawns as babies. Adult males are referred to as bucks, and adult females as does. Grow antlers every year that fall off each winter. Antlers grow only on bucks. Have fantastic hearing and a great sense of smell, but poor eyesight. They are believed to be colorblind and see objects at a lower resolution than humans. Live in woodlands or fields during good weather, but will move to more heavily protected forest areas during harsh weather. Are good swimmers. Can run up to 30 miles per hour to escape harm. On average, deer jump 5 to 8 feet, but some species can jump 12 to 15 feet with a running start. Dance and prance in a beautiful movement called pronking, guaranteed to make you smile. Typically move in groups called a herd. Are herbivores, eating almost any plant. They often graze on various grasses, eat bark of young trees, and eat berries and vegetables from gardens. Activity: dance and prance like a deer. Elephant. Did you know elephants are the largest living land animal and are categorized by two types: the smaller Asian elephant and the larger African elephant? Have unique ears. Asian elephant ears are smaller and more rounded, while African elephant ears are larger and shaped like the continent of Africa. Are able to hear and communicate up to 5 miles. They also use their ears as fans to cool their bodies. Weigh between 4,500 to 14,000 pounds as adults and are between 7 to 13 feet at shoulder height. Have unique trunks that are used for breathing, drinking, and eating. Have great memories along with a highly developed brain, and yet they are afraid of bees. Spend 16 hours a day eating bamboo, flowers, fruits, grasses, leaves, twigs, seeds, and herbs. Adults consume 300 to 600 pounds of food per day. Drink 30 to 50 gallons of water per day, at least a bathtub full. Travel in herds. Close relationships and family ties are important to them. Are naturally great swimmers and use mud as their sunscreen to avoid getting sunburned. Activity: stomp and make a trunk like an elephant. Flamingo. Did you know flamingos are native to Florida, Central and South America, and parts of Africa? There are 6 species of flamingos. Are very social water birds and live in and around lagoons, swamps, and lakes. Are highly intelligent birds with incredible memories. Are born with gray and white feathers. They do not turn pink for at least a year. The feathers under their wings are black and are visible when in flight. get their pink color from foods such as shrimp, snails, and plant-like water organisms called algae. The brighter the feathers, the more well-fed they are. Are 4 to 5 feet tall as adults, but only weigh between 4 to 8 pounds. They have a wingspan of 6 feet. Have straight beaks at birth. As they grow and mature, their beaks will begin to curve. Have very flexible heads. They turn their heads upside down and use their unique beak to filter out food from water. Are noisy with vocalizations including grunting, growling, and nasal honking. Stand on one leg because it's easier for them to do so. They can rest all their weight on one side without having to use their muscles to maintain balance. Activity: stand on one leg like a flamingo. Giraffe. Did you know giraffes live in African savannas, grasslands, and open woodlands? Are the tallest land animal on Earth. A female giraffe is 16 feet tall, and a male giraffe is 19 feet tall. Their supersized necks alone are 6 feet tall. Weigh 1,600 to 2,600 pounds for females and 2,400 to 3,000 pounds for males. Have very long legs and have the longest tail of any land mammal. Their front legs are slightly longer than their back legs, and their tails are up to 8 feet long. Have a large tongue, measuring 20 inches long. They use it to clean their ears. They also have a large heart, measuring 2 feet long and weighing 24 pounds. Have unique brown spots all over their bodies. The darker the spots, the older the giraffe. The spots serve as camouflage from predators. Are social animals and do not like to be alone. They live in herds of 20 called towers and communicate by snorting, hissing, and making flute-like sounds. Are herbivores, fueling their bodies with plants, including leaves and twigs. They eat up to 140 pounds a day, but only need to drink water every few days. Stand most of their lives, even when sleeping. Get 30 minutes of sleep nightly. Have thick horns without tufts of fur on males, and thin horns with tufts of fur on females. Activity: stretch and walk tall like a giraffe. Hippo. Did you know hippos are native to Africa? There are 2 species. The common hippopotamus is 6 to 16 feet long, and the pygmy hippopotamus is 5 feet long. Weigh 30 to 50 pounds at birth, and up to 10,000 pounds when fully grown. Have a big mouth, 2 feet wide. They have 36 teeth, including tusks that can grow to 2 feet long. The tusks and canine teeth are used mainly for defense. Have very sensitive skin. They spend most of their time floating in rivers and lakes to avoid getting sunburned and dehydrated. Do not have sweat glands, but instead have a red, oily liquid that comes out of their skin to coat their bodies. It provides sunblock and keeps them cool. Are unable to swim because they are too heavy. Therefore, they must kick off from the bottom of the river or lake to move themselves around. Can hold their breath for an average of 5 minutes underwater. can run extremely fast for short distances, up to 30 miles per hour. Eat short, creeping grass and fruit, consuming 80 pounds of grass each day. They will occasionally eat meat if grass isn't available. Can identify a friend from foe by smelling dung. They always use the same place to go to the bathroom and sniff the area to find out who's been there. Activity: walk in water and splash like a hippo. Iguana. Did you know iguanas can be found in the hot and humid areas of Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean? There are 35 species of iguana. Have tall and wide skulls, short snouts, sharp teeth, and a strong jaw, and big bodies. They walk around on all four legs, but run on their two hind legs. Reach anywhere from 7 inches to 6 feet, depending on their species, and weigh between half a pound to 15 pounds. Have powerful eyesight and are equipped with a third eye on top of their head. They can see colors, shapes, shadows, and movements at far distances. Are cold-blooded and need to bask in the sun to warm their bodies and maintain the correct temperature. Are herbivores and feed during the day, eating leaves, fruits, and flowers. Are mostly excellent swimmers and live mainly near rivers, lakes, and swamps. Can fall large distances, up to 40 to 50 feet, without hurting themselves. This is very useful to them as they spend most of their life in trees. Jump from trees to water with the aid of their powerful tail. Can use their tail as a weapon. They are able to detach their tails to escape being caught by predators, and then, amazingly, regrow another one. Activity: walk, run, then swim like an iguana. Jerboa. Did you know jerboas are found in northern Africa, Eastern Europe, and Asia? There are 33 species, and they are related to mice. Are 2 to 6 inches long and weigh approximately 0.9 to 1.3 ounces. Have a sand and brown-colored fur coat. This coloring allows them to blend into their surroundings and provide camouflage from their predators. Have a quirky, kangaroo-like appearance with long back legs and tiny forearms. Have very long ears and superb hearing. Their ears also help to keep them cool. Have very long tails that can be more than twice as long as their head and body. Their tail is used to push them off the ground and to maintain balance. Get around by jumping and moving in zigzag patterns. They are able to leap up to 10 feet both vertically and horizontally and have a top speed of 15 miles per hour. Are solitary and spend most of the day in underground burrows that they dig in the sand. This protects them from the heat of the desert day. Are nocturnal and omnivores and go out at night to hunt for plants, roots, seeds, tubers, and insects. They see well in the dark thanks to their big eyes. They do not drink water. They get all of the water and moisture they need from the foods they eat. Activity: hop, skip, and jump like a jerboa. Koala. Did you know koalas are native to Australia? They do not belong to the bear family. Instead, they are marsupials and considered a species all of their own. Have the ability to carry their babies in their pouch, like a kangaroo. Are less than 1 inch long at birth, without any fur, and their eyes and ears are closed. They stay inside their mother's pouch until they are 6 months old. Are not fully grown until the 4th year of life. When grown, they weigh about 30 pounds and are 25 to 35 inches long and have 2 thumbs on each hand. Have gray fur with a cream-colored chest and strong clawed feet. Eat mostly eucalyptus leaves, consuming over 2 pounds of leaves in a night. They get all the moisture they need from the leaves. Have a developed sense of smell and are able to distinguish the poisonous eucalyptus species from the edible species. Sleep for 16 to 18 hours a day in trees and only go down to the ground to switch trees. Their furry tails give them comfort while sitting in trees. Are not very social and are usually found alone. Are able to communicate with each other in different ways: snoring and belching, grunting, screeching, and screaming. Activity: climb a tree, then sleep like a koala. Lion. Did you know lions are found in Africa and a few in Western India, and they are endangered species? Are the second largest of all the big cats in the world, right after the tiger. Most males weigh around 400 pounds, while females weigh around 290 pounds. Are muscular, deep-chested, and have a round head and ears with a reduced neck. They are a light buff to silver gray, yellowish red, or dark brown color. Have a mane, which is one of its most recognizable features. Only males grow manes. The color varies and darkens with age. Are generally born with blue eyes that change into a yellowy brown or amber color around 3 months of age. Live and work together in groups of up to 15. Males watch the baby cubs while mothers hunt. Yet, all mothers care for and feed babies, even if not their own. Are carnivorous, meaning they survive by eating other animals. Are extremely fast runners when necessary and can reach speeds of 50 miles per hour. Sleep or rest most of the day, spending up to 20 hours a day being inactive. Have a famous roar that can be heard 5 miles away. They also are able to hiss and meow. Activity: run, then stop and roar like a lion. Monkey. Did you know monkeys are found everywhere except in Australia and Antarctica? There are more than 260 species. Come in various shapes, sizes, and colors. Have very large brains and are extremely intelligent. They are a close relative to humans. Have unique fingerprints and opposable thumbs, like humans, that enable them to use tools and play games. Eat mostly nuts, fruits, seeds, flowers, leaves, and insects. They will sometimes eat bird eggs, small animals like lizards, insects, and spiders. Live both on the ground and in trees. Use their tails to help them explore. Their tails also keep them balanced while swinging from the treetops. Sleep upright in trees and balance themselves on branches while resting on their bottoms. They sleep for an average of 9.5 hours every night. Enjoy grooming each other. They express affection, show their love, and make up with one another through these behaviors. They also like to cuddle, can make loud howls, and can be heard up to 3 miles away. Activity: swing from tree to tree like a monkey. Newt. Did you know newts are a unique-looking amphibian, an animal that is cold-blooded? They have a backbone and wet skin with some features of a lizard, frog, and fish. Live in North and South America, as well as the mild weather areas in Northern Africa, Asia, and Europe. There are over 60 species. Are small, usually between 3 to 7 inches long, and weigh 0.2 to 0.35 ounces. Are most commonly recognized for their yellowish-brown color, with black bordered red spots and yellow belly. Often have a warty or bumpy texture to their skin. Begin their lives in water, lakes, or ponds. When newts grow a little older, they leave the water to live in woodlands, forests, or bogs. Move very slowly on land. They are, however, great swimmers and use their tails to move very fast in the water. Can regenerate limbs, eyes, spinal cords, hearts, intestines, and upper and lower jaws. This ability makes them important subjects in medical studies. Eat bugs, worms, shrimp, snails, and tadpoles. Hibernate in the winter, usually under logs and stones and in rubble piles. Some newts occasionally spend the winter in the bottom of ponds. Activity: move around very slowly like a newt. Ounce. Did you know ounces are also known as the snow leopard? Despite their name, this big cat is more closely related to the tiger than the leopard. Live in the mountains of South and Central Asia and in the mountain and forest areas of China. Are born blind and weigh 11.5 to 20 ounces. Adult males weigh 60 to 120 pounds, and adult females weigh up to 55 pounds. Have a dense, smoky fur coat with black rose-like shaped spots called rosettes. Stand 24 inches at the shoulder and are 3 to 4.5 feet long, not including their tail. Have long, thick, and flexible tails that are 2.5 to 3.5 feet long. The tail serves to balance them while they travel in the steep, rocky mountain terrains. Wrap their tails around their bodies like a blanket when they sleep. Their tails store fat to keep them warm. Are noisy animals. Their sounds include growling, wailing, chuffing, hissing, and meowing. Are carnivores, meaning they eat meat of other animals. Can jump up to 50 feet and run at speeds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, but only for a short distance. Activity: run, jump, and climb like an ounce. Panda. Did you know pandas live mainly in the forests high in the mountains of southwestern China? Are commonly known as the giant panda and are part of the bear family. However, they do not hibernate. Are born without hair and are blind until about 6 to 8 weeks old. Their mother does not leave them at all for the first 6 weeks. weigh 3 to 5 ounces at birth, 200 to 300 pounds when fully grown, and are 4 to 5 feet tall. They have their distinctive black and white fur coloring by 6 weeks. Have 42 teeth. Their baby teeth fall out and are replaced with adult teeth. Have powerful cheek muscles to help them chew. This is what gives them their chubby look. Eat bamboo almost exclusively and spend at least 12 hours a day eating it. They have a special lining in their throat that protects them from bamboo splinters. Have an extra digit on each front paw, known as a false thumb, extended wrist bone, and walk with their front paws pointed inward to conserve energy. Are excellent tree climbers and proficient swimmers. Are shy and solitary and usually do not live with their family. Females have distinct territories and, after mating, choose to raise their cubs alone. Activity: walk with toes pointed in like a panda. Quokka. Did you know quokkas are marsupials that are also known as the short-tailed scrub wallaby? Are roughly the size of a small cat, weighing 5.5 to 11 pounds, and are 16 to 21 inches long and 9.5 to 12 inches tall. Get around like kangaroos, hopping, jumping, and moving forward using their hands. Like kangaroos, quokkas are native to Australia. Are seen mostly on the ground, but they can climb trees to forage for food. Are herbivores. They eat tree and shrub buds, leaves, grasses, succulents, seeds, and roots when they can. They can go without water for months. Are able to survive long stretches without food and water, as their chubby little tails store much needed fat. Swallow food whole, then regurgitate it and eat it again, allowing them to better absorb the nutrients of their food. Are nocturnal and are most active at night. They spend most of the day resting and sleeping. Are peaceful and happy to share space, food, and shelter with other quokkas. Appear to be constantly smiling and are given the honor of appearing to be one of the happiest animals on Earth. Activity: hop, jump, and smile like a quokka. Rhino. Did you know rhinos are the second largest land animal? There are 5 species, with the 2 most recognizable being the black rhino and white rhino found in Africa. Are actually gray in color, not black or white as their name suggests. Weigh 80 to 140 pounds at birth. The black rhino weighs 2,000 to 3,000 pounds, and the white rhino weighs 4,000 to 5,000 pounds when fully grown. Have 1 or 2 horns. White and black rhinos have 2. The white has a longer front and much shorter back horn, and the black has a shorter front and back horn. Have small but mighty brains, excellent hearing, and a great sense of smell. Their eyesight, however, is very poor. Are classified as odd-toed ungulates, have 3 toes on each foot. Are very fast and able to reach top running speeds of 30 to 40 miles per hour. Are herbivores and graze on grasses, shrubs, trees, and bark. They eat 120 to 160 pounds of food every day. roll in the mud to cool themselves down in hot weather. This also protects their thick but sensitive skin from pesky bug bites and sunburn. Are usually quiet animals, but they make a variety of sounds in different circumstances, including grunting, growling, mooing, squealing, and screaming. Activity: graze, then run and turn like a rhino. Sloth. Did you know sloths are found in the jungles of Central and South America, and there are 6 species? Weigh 12 ounces at birth, are 18 to 20 pounds when fully grown, and 2.5 feet tall. Are born with full fur and their eyes open. They cling to their mother for the first several weeks of their life. Have small ears and do not hear well. Fortunately, they have an excellent sense of smell. Have the appearance of constantly smiling. This is due to their facial structure. Have long, curved claws that allow them to hang upside down from branches. They spend 90% of their time hanging upside down. Can't walk, so they use their claws to drag themselves along the ground instead. They are one of the slowest animals on Earth. Are herbivores and eat mainly leaves, twigs, buds, and fruits. They eat and digest their food very slowly. It takes up to 1 month for them to digest 1 meal. Poop once a week, which makes them have serious constipation sometimes. They only come down from the tree to go to the bathroom. Do a poo dance and dig a hole to put their treasure in. They can lose up to 1/3 of their body weight in a single bathroom session. Activity: sit and push yourself forward like a sloth. Tiger. Did you know tigers are the largest wild cats in the world and the biggest species of the cat family? The Bengal tiger is the most common. They live in certain parts of Asia. Weigh 1.75 to 3.5 pounds at birth and are completely blind. A fully grown tiger can average between 250 to 650 pounds and measure up to 11 feet in length. Have front legs that are shorter than their back legs. This enables them to jump 15 to 20 feet and be able to run at speeds up to 40 miles per hour. Are well known for their dark vertical stripes on orange fur. Their stripes are unique, and no 2 tigers have the same stripes. Use their tails to communicate with each other. When they are relaxed, their tail hangs loosely. When aggressive, their tail moves rapidly from side to side. Have great vision and are able to see 6 times better than humans at night. Are carnivores, mainly eating the flesh of other animals. Are patient hunters and move slowly and quietly, stalking their prey for 20 to 30 minutes. They hunt primarily on their own at night. Are powerful swimmers and are raised to love water and use it to cool off, much like humans do. Have a unique smell to their urine. To some, it smells like buttered popcorn. Activity: crouch, then crawl like a tiger. Unicorn. Did you know unicorns are a legendary and mythical animal creature. They are a symbol of happiness, fantasy, and wonder. Look like a pony with a single white horn on their head. Are an icon of color, childhood splendor, and magic. Are generally known as foals as babies, but are also referred to as sparklers. A girl unicorn is called a filly, and a boy unicorn is called a colt. Mostly sleep during the night, dreaming beneath the stars. They go to sleep shortly after sunset and rise just before dawn. Can get restless and grumpy if they don't get enough sleep. Have different habitats. Forest unicorns live deep within forests and eat on grasses, fruits, and nuts that fall from trees around them. Also live high up in the mountains. Mountain unicorns are very fond of eating rainbows. Live in herds for protection and companionship. They are very sociable creatures and usually spend a lot of time with each other. Care for their young as a group, and they all work together to ensure that the babies are safe, well-fed, and happy. Activity: make a horn and gallop like a unicorn. Vole. Did you know voles are closely related to hamsters and are considered rodents? There are over 75 species of voles found all over the world. Resemble mice, but have a shorter tail, stout bodies, large eyes, rounded ears, and short legs. Range in color from chestnut brown to white, red, or black. Are 4 to 6 inches in body length and weigh an average of 2 ounces. Can survive in different habitats, including meadows, forests, savannas, prairies, dense grasslands, swamps, and Arctic areas. Dig extensive tunnels underground to protect themselves from predators. They live in colonies that can consist of up to 300 animals. Are mainly nocturnal, meaning active at night. Voles are very fast animals, actively jumping, climbing, and scurrying around their habitat. Are mostly herbivores. They feed on grasses, tree bark, vegetable crops, seeds, roots, and tubers. Are also excellent swimmers and good divers. Produce high-frequency, sharp squeals for communication. Due to the high frequency, humans are unable to hear their sounds. Activity: jump, climb, and then scurry like a vole. Wolf. Did you know wolves live in North America, Europe, North Africa, and Asia? There are 2 widely recognized wolves in the world: the larger gray wolf and the red wolf. Weigh 1 pound at birth and can weigh 60 to 175 pounds when fully grown. Have strong bodies with immense strength and a very good sense of smell, about 100 times greater than humans. Are born in a den and begin life blind, deaf, and defenseless. Their mothers do not leave the den for a month, protecting and caring for their every need. Live in close families called packs for their whole life. Are similar to humans when it comes to parenting. They care for their pups, keep order in the family, direct hunting trips, and resolve fights. Are very fast over short distances, running up to 40 miles per hour. A large gray wolf can travel long distances, traveling up to 100 miles in a day. Are carnivores and work together to hunt large animals such as deer and moose. They generally hunt small animals like rabbits and mice on their own. can go days without food. When prey comes along, they will devour what they can. A large gray wolf can eat up to 22 pounds in one meal. Howl and are able to be heard up to 10 miles away. Activity: howl and sprint like a wolf. Zurus. Did you know zuruses are pronounced zur plus us? Zurus in the singular form. Are also known as the African ground squirrel and are native to Africa. They can also be found in Namibia, Lesotho, and Botswana. Live in open areas, including woodlands, grasslands, and deserts. They dig burrows and tunnels that are used for protection from heat and predators. Are born hairless and with their eyes closed, usually until 35 days. Baby zuruses are called pups. Have coarse and short hair and are light brown, beige, or tan in color. Their coloring allows them to successfully blend in nicely with the soil. Weigh 1/2 to 2 pounds and are 9 to 18 inches long, excluding their fluffy tail. Their tail is 7 to 10.5 inches long and is used as shade from the sun. Are herbivores and usually nibble on seeds, nuts, and roots. They do not hide food like other squirrels. Instead, they go out and hunt for their food daily. Communicate information to faraway family members by waving their tail like a flag. This is usually done as a warning call. Use chirps to express contentment and barks to express aggression. Are social animals and often live in groups consisting of 3 males and 3 females. Activity: nibble, then dig a tunnel like a zurus. Yak. Did you know yaks are native to Asia and can be domesticated or wild? The domestic yak lives on farms run by people. Are used for milking as well as packing and riding because of their exceptional balance. They never fall down. Vary in size. The domesticated yak weighs between 550 to 1,300 pounds, and the wild yak weighs between 1,100 to 2,600 pounds. They average 8.5 feet tall. Have long, upward curled horns that are located on each side of their head. Male horns can be up to 40 inches, while female horns can be up to 25 inches. Have a bulky frame, strong legs, and round hooves that allow them to be sure-footed on the rough and uneven mountain terrains. Are covered with a thick woolly coat that can be brown, black, or white. This coat enables them to survive in high elevations and harsh sub-zero temperatures. Are intelligent and have their own unique personalities. They are friendly to people they know and learn to come when they are called. Have a highly developed sense of sight and hearing. Are herbivores and graze on grasses, flowers, moss, and tubers. Make a grunting or squeaking sound when agitated, hungry, or calling family. Activity: grunt, squeak, and graze like a yak. Zebra. Did you know zebras can be found in East and South Africa? They belong to the horse family, and there are 3 species: the plains zebra, imperial zebra, and mountain zebra. Are able to stand, just 6 minutes after being born, walk after 20 minutes, and run within 40 minutes. Are kept away from all other zebras for 2 to 3 days after birth to be sure that they can recognize the scent, voice, and appearance of their mother. Are 3.5 feet to 5 feet tall and weigh between 525 to 1,000 pounds when fully grown. Have their own unique stripe pattern, and each species has their own general stripe pattern. The common plains zebra has broader, more widespread stripes. Striped fur coat serves as a good bug repellent, keeping horseflies away. The striped patterns are thought to also act as a sunscreen and camouflage. Eat plants, grasses, and roots. They are always looking for food and water. Have excellent eyesight and are one of the few mammals that are able to see in color. They also have excellent hearing. Are very social, making loud braying or barking sounds and soft snorting sounds. Are able to run at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. They run in a zigzag pattern when chased by predators to make it more difficult to catch them. Activity: run in a zigzag pattern like a zebra. The end.